Good morning, Veritas. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2020. It is the last day of school. So congratulations to 5th grade. You guys made it through 5th grade. We're moving on to 6th grade, and hopefully we'll see you at the end of August. I can't wait to see every one of you. So good job to UMass, MHC, BU, and Baypath, and Springfield. You guys did an awesome job this year. All right, so here we go. Let's get started with these three problems. And it's very important that you've already completed these problems. That way, when we're going over this video, I'm helping you to see whether you did the right things, or I'm helping you to be able to find your own mistakes that you might have made. So it's very important. If you haven't done this, please pause it now, and you can complete the problems by yourself to see what you can do independently, and then come back and watch the video. Okay, so here's number one. Andre went on a 7-day hike. He hiked the same distance each day. He brought 9,872 milliliters of water on his 7-day hike. And he drank the same amount of water each day. How many milliliters of water did Andre have left over after his hike? Okay, so now the second time through, I got my pen. I'm going to annotate it. So Andre went on a 7-day hike. So he hiked for 7 days, and he hiked the same distance each day. So we're going to make basically 7 equal groups, one for each day that he hiked, because he hiked the same distance each day. He brought 9,872 milliliters of water on his 7-day hike, and he drank the same amount of water each day. Okay, so he hiked the same amount each day, and he drank the same amount of water. Hiked, same amount each day, drank, same amount of water each day. So that's what we got so far. He hiked the same amount each day, drank the same amount of water each day. How many milliliters of water did Andre have left over after his hike? So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We are going to make 7 equal groups to find out how many milliliters of water he drank on those 7 days. But that's not what the question is asking. It's not saying how much did he drink each day. It's asking how many milliliters. So our answer, it says how many milliliters. Our answer has to be in milliliters. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there now. How many milliliters of water did he have left over after his hike? So we're going to take his hike, his 7-day hike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His 7-day hike. We're going to make equal groups out of the number of milliliters. But then the answer is actually going to be the remainder. How many did he have left over? So this is going to represent how much he drank each day. So each group, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and day 7. So this is going to be equal amounts, how many he drank each day. But the question says how many did he have left over? That will be the remainder after those 7 days. So how much is left over is what we're looking for. All right, so a little bit tricky. So if you did not get that part of it, that the answer is the remainder, then pause, go back and fix your answer now, and then you can replay the rest of this video. Okay, so let's see. Andre had 9,872 milliliters. Make sure I got that number right, 9,872. And we're dividing it into 7 equal groups for the 7 days that he went hiking and drank the same amount each of those 7 days. And our answer is going to be how many he has left over. Okay, so if he had 9,000 milliliters, we have 7 equal groups, so we can put 1,000 milliliters into each group. So each day he drank over 1,000 milliliters. Because there's 7 groups, that will be 7,000. He didn't drink 2,000 milliliters each day, because that would be 7 times 2 would be 14,000, and he only has 9,000. So he could only drink 1,000 milliliters each day. So I can put 1,000 into each of these groups. Okay, and we're going to put a 1 here in the thousands place. So he drank 1,000 each day. 1 times 7 was 7,000. So he still has 2,000 milliliters left that he's going to split among those 7 days. Now we're going to add those 2,000 milliliters. We're going to combine them to the hundreds, right? The thousands makes the hundreds. So we're going to combine them with the hundreds. So there were 8 hundreds, but there were 2,000s left, which are 20 hundreds. Because we didn't use all of those 9,000s. We only used 7 of them. So now we have 28 hundreds. And we're going to split those 28 hundreds into 7 groups. So we could put 400 into each group, right? 400, 800, 1,200, 1,600, 2,000, 2,400, 2,800, or 2,800s. So we can use all of those 2,800s. So we're going to put 400 into each group. 400 times 7, or 4 times 7 is 2,800s. So all the hundreds are gone now. So now we've used all the thousands. We've used all the hundreds. Now we got 7 tens. If we got 7 tens and we got 7 groups, we can put 10 into each group. We're going to put 10 into all of those groups. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 7 tens. We used all the tens. Now, there's 2 ones left. There are 2 milliliters left, but he's got 7 days, so he can't drink 1 milliliter each day. That would be 7 milliliters. He only has 2 left. So he can't put any of those milliliters, he can't put any of those ones, right? Any of those 2 into equal groups because he only has 2 and he needs 7. So 7 times 0 is 0. Subtract. There is a remainder of 2 milliliters. So every day he drank 1,410 milliliters. So each group here, 1,410, 1,410. All of these groups are 1,410. We made equal groups out of his 9,872 milliliters. That means he drank 1,410 milliliters every day. Then, how many did he have left over? He can't split these up among 7 more days. Since he drank an equal amount each day, that's our remainder. So he had a remainder of 2 milliliters left over. So the answer to the question, how much water did Andre have left over after his hike? He only had 2 milliliters left over. So the answer to this problem is 2 milliliters. Give yourself some snaps. If you got 2 milliliters, then congratulations, you are awesome. If you didn't quite get that, if you got the answer of 1,410, that's how much he drank each day, yes, but that's not what the question asked. So good job with your division if you got 1,410 with a remainder of 2. But you got to be really, really careful when you're reading these problems to make sure that you answer the question. How many did he have left over? So the remainder of 2 milliliters is the answer. Okay, good work. That was tricky. Okay, let's flip it over. Let's do number 2. And here we go. Ivana is building a pool in her yard. She's going to put a safety railing around the outside of her pool so that nobody falls in. Smart thinking, Ivana. If her pool's dimensions are 34 feet long by 12 feet wide, then how many feet of safety railing does she need to buy? Okay, so I'm going to just draw her pool. Here's her pool. Okay. It says she's going to put a safety railing around the outside. So the perimeter is going to be a safety railing. So the railing is going to go around the outside of this shape, around the outside of this pool. So the answer is actually going to be the perimeter of this pool will be the length of the safety railing. Okay, so she doesn't want anyone to fall in. So if her pool's dimensions are 34 feet long, that's 34 feet. That means this side is also 34 feet long. By 12 feet wide, it's 12 feet going this way. That means this side is also 12 feet wide. How many feet of safety railing does she need to buy? Okay, so we'll start here in this corner. She's going to put a safety railing here, and it's going to be 12 feet. 12. Then she's going to put a safety railing here, and it's going to be 34 feet. So 12 plus that 34. So now she's got half of her pool with safety railing. But she's got to put a railing all the way around. So she's got to put a railing there for this other 12. And then she's got to put the railing this way on the outside, whoop, right along the edge of the pool, on the perimeter of the pool. She's going to have to put it there for 34 more feet. And then we're going to add up 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides of her pool. And we are going to find out how many feet of safety railing she needed. So we're going to add up all the ones first. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 4 makes 12. So we're going to write the 2 ones and carry the 110. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to check it real quickly. 4, 6, 12. 1, 2, plus 3 is 5, 6, 9. So 92 feet of railing is how much she needs. How many feet of safety railing does she need to buy? It was the perimeter of her pool, which is 92 feet. So she needed to buy 92 feet of safety railing in order to make this safety railing go all the way around her pool for safety reasons. Good job. 92 feet is the answer. Give yourself some snaps. Notice how perimeter, we're not talking about square feet. We're not saying how much is inside of here, right? We're not making like little square feet here like we would with area. We are just putting a railing on the outside. So it's 12 feet this way. There's not 12 square feet. It's just 12 feet long. And this is 12 feet long. So we're 34 feet long. So the answer is still just in feet because we're just adding all the feet. We're not multiplying the feet by each other. We're just adding this distance plus this plus this plus this, which gives us just feet. So perimeter is in just feet for this problem. Okay, and I ran out of space, so we're going to put it on the back. I'm going to need a new piece of paper. So give me 1 second. You guys are doing a great job. Give yourself some snaps if you got 92. Oh, this has plenty of paper here. Okay, last problem of the year before the All-Star Challenge. Number 3, which of the following choices is equivalent to 3/4? So choices is kind of showing me that there might be more than one answer. I'm not sure. More than one. I'm going to kind of bring that to my attention because it says choices, which is plural. Which of the following choices is equivalent to 3/4? So there might be more than one. It doesn't say there's more than one, so I always just want to make sure I try all 4 options, A, B, C, and D, because there might be more than one. There might only be one. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. Okay, so which one is equivalent to 3/4? Equivalent means it's equal. So let's check all of these. So 3/4, is it equal to 5 divided by 15? Now what you need to know for this is that 5 divided by 15 is 5/15. Fractions are division. The numerator divided by the denominator. 5/15 is 5 divided by 15. The numerator divided by the denominator. So 5/15, let's check it. 3 doesn't multiply to get to 5. 4 doesn't multiply to get to 15. We could make common denominators and see if these are correct. But see, 3 times 2 is 6. It's not 5. And 4 doesn't multiply to get to 15. So we're going to have to change both of these into 60ths. So 15 times 4 is 60. So 5 times 4 is 20 60ths. And then all we did was multiplied 5/15 times 1, or times 4/4, which is equivalent to 1. So let's see, that's 20 60ths, and let's see how many 60ths this is. So 4 times 15 is 60. So we need to multiply the numerator times 15. That way we did 15/15, which is equal to 1. We multiplied by 1. We didn't really change it, right? 4 times 15, so 3 times 15 is 45 60ths. So 45 60ths and 20 60ths are not equal. So those are not equivalent, so A is not correct. Okay, now let's go to B. So that was A. Now let's try B. 3/4 is equal to, let's see, 6 divided by 8 for B, which is 6/8. 6 divided by 8. It's very important for you to know that fractions are division problems. Notice it kind of looks like a division problem, right? Kind of looks like the dot with the division, right? Kind of looks like this symbol here. So fractions are division. You divide the numerator divided by the denominator. So 6 divided by 8 is 6/8. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 4 times 2 is 8. So since we multiplied 3/4 times 2 halves, and 2 halves is equivalent to 1, that means we made an equivalent fraction. 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8. Those are equal. Those are equivalent. So B is correct. But again, this wording says, kind of showing me that this might have more than one answer. I'm not sure. So I'm going to continue with C. 3/4 equals, let's see, 4/8, or 4 divided by 8, the numerator divided by the denominator. So 3/4, 4/8. Let's try it. 4 times 2 gets you to 8. So if we multiply 3 times 2, it does not get you to 4. It should be 6. Because what we had to do here is multiply by 2 halves, which is equivalent to 1. That way, if this, and we multiply it times 2 halves, and we get a correct answer on both sides, then it's equal. If not, it's not equal. So 4 times 2 is 8, yes, but 3 times 2 is not 4. So these are not equivalent, because if they were, you would be able to multiply and get the right answer on the numerator and the denominator. But since this numerator is wrong, those are not equivalent. Okay, if it said 6/8, those would be equivalent, just like here, but 4/8 is not equivalent. So C is incorrect. And we're going to try the last one here. Let's try D, 3/4. Let's check if it's equivalent to this one, which is 3 divided by 7, which is 3/7. Okay, so 3/4 and 3/7. If we have 3 of each of them, we look at the denominator, and 4ths are bigger pieces than 7ths, right? Because it's the same whole cut into 4 pieces compared to the same whole cut into 7 pieces, right? So these pieces are smaller. So 3 smaller pieces is going to be less than 3 bigger pieces. So we already know this is not going to be equivalent. But I'll show you. 3 times 1 gets you to 3. So if we were to make these equivalent, you could multiply that times 1 and have it be true. Because all we did was multiply by 1 over 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, whenever the numerator and denominator in a fraction are the same, it equals 1. So 3 times 1, yes, was 3, but 4 times 1, no, is not 7. 4 times 1 is 4. So that means that 3/4 and 3/7 are not equivalent. So that's incorrect. I tried all of them, so the answer was no, there weren't more than one. But at least I went through all of them and checked to make sure that this wording kind of made it seem like there might be more than one. Which of the following choices? I'm not sure. But the only one, because we did all of the work, is B. So 6 divided by 8 is equivalent to 3/4. B is the answer. All right, give yourself some snaps. Nice work on those. Those were tricky, especially this first one. And that's it. Hope everybody has a great summer. Be safe, stay healthy, and get yourself outside to enjoy the nice weather this summer. And I can't wait to see you guys in the fall. All right, that's it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.